Wayne, I know you've never used injuries as an excuse, but can you remember a time in your NRL coaching career where you've had so many first graders unavailable?
Well, we had a bit of a tough time with the Dolphins. And that's in my last year there. We had a lot missing as well, but yeah, it's as 8, 9's a lot of players. So anyway, it is what it is, and we have to do our best.
What's the latest on Cody?
It's probably another 4 to 6 weeks now. He was rehab training the other day and hurt his leg again, or another part of his leg. So yeah, so it's.
Are you determined for him to see out a decent football career? He's not going
He's
to be
going
forced
to
to
do another year here, and we'll just hope that the injuries that you can miss them and you can get them. So we'll just take a risk with it, and hopefully we'll get a lot more out of him going forward. So.
How frustrated is Cody through it all?
He's been pretty good. He's been handling pretty good, actually. It's not easy for him, but at the same time, he's doing everything right, and we're doing everything right with him. But it's just happening. As I said, he was rehab running from the hamstring problem we had, and that was going great. And then he tore a calf muscle again. So.
And what about Brandon Smith? Is we likely to see him again this year?
Yeah, we will. Should be 2 or 3 weeks. It wasn't as serious as they thought it was, so yeah, he should be back.
How do you sort of play those injuries, Wayne? Like when finals is maybe looking like a little bit tough, like do you rush guys back, or do you sort of?
No, I haven't done that. Campbell Graham's played a lot of pain the last 2 or 3 weeks as well with his back, which happened when we were going to Canberra. And he's managed the pain, but it's got to a place now where he can't manage it, so we've left him out. But no, it's just you've got to have a long-term view to it. It's as simple as that. It's not too worried about the finals right now. I'm just worried about how we play each weekend and just getting us through this tough period.
Do you need to sort of review your S&C or anything you're doing at training, or is it just a big coincidence you think that you've had so many this year?
Well, a lot of them have been on the field now. They haven't been training injuries. And Cody's coming on a rehab run, which he's got to do to get himself back from the hamstring injury, and he tears the calf muscle. So can't blame anybody for that. That's just part of what they do, and he's getting older, so the body becomes more fragile. Yeah, it's all part of the process. Well, he's back running now, so unless we can make the 8, I don't think we'd probably see Cam this year. Maybe we will for a game or two. He's so dedicated. He's made such a commitment to get back. He had a setback with an infection in it, and so if he can play, I'll let him. We're all comfortable with him playing. We may get 1 or 2 games out of him.
Wiley, mate, he's been a real mainstay. He's going to be a loss too. Yeah,
he's a loss. Well, he broke his wrist, and that happened a couple of weeks ago, and just wasn't clear enough. But he kept playing with it, but they have to operate on it now. So yeah, he did. Really did. Yeah, I was really pleased with him. Yeah.
On the field this week, do you take any confidence out from the result earlier in the year?
Oh no, it's a different time of the year now, and it's a different place. So, but we know if we turn up tomorrow and put an effort in, we'll certainly give ourselves a chance, and that's what we've got to.
Panthers resting. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say Panthers resting a couple of guys. Is it underestimating you a bit or a bit disrespectful?
No, it's neither of those. It's their players have played Origin. They need a break. We gave the 12 off last week, so we had a bye. That worked good for us, but no, I don't see any of that. No. It's in their best interest to do that, and they're trying to manage the players. Some didn't play last week, they're playing this week, so that's what they're trying to do.
Lewis Dodd, you've named him. What are you hoping to see from him on the weekend?
Well, I'm hoping to see a lot of things, but we'll have to wait and see.
Is there even, I beg your pardon, yeah. Is there even more onus on Latrell as captain to lift this weekend?
Oh, well, I'd expect him to lift anyway. I just think he's been away for nearly 2 months with Origin and all that, and he's keen to be back here, and I think he'll lift himself. Yeah.
Wayne, do you think the Rabbitohs have improved since you took over?
Well, I know we're doing the right things, and I know we're on the right track. So, but we're not where the top teams are, and that's what regardless of what our results are, that's what we're driving pretty hard here as coaches is to fix up some areas that we need to be better at, regardless of who's playing and regardless of how well we're playing, because some of the things that we're dishing up at the moment aren't going to put us in that place in 12 months' time or 2 years' time. So it's a process, and we've got to stay true to it. I know how it works, and I've done it long enough, so we'll get there.
What are the positive signs that you have seen that make you think you are on the right track, doing the right stuff?
Oh, their ball control's improved a great deal. They're a lot of energy in their games. They're certainly trying to do that, so they've been a couple of good signs. Yeah.
And obviously some headlines this week. You've been around the block a million times. You've seen it all in coaching. Do you feel pressure when there's negative attention from outside?
I spent 40 years of living under pressure, mate. I don't feel it, so it doesn't worry me.
Wayne, is there a temptation to blood a few rookies later on the year in those last couple of games?
Well, we've got the rookies up, and we've got a stack of them injured as well. Joey Gray had played so well for us early in the season. He's been out. One of the young guys in the team, and there's another 2 or 3 of them there that are in that category as well. So we've tried all the rookies. We're at our kind of end of our players. I mean, as I said, 9 players missing, so it takes a big impact on the club.
Wayne, there's a bit of talk that the Commission is looking at changing the rules around a club coach being able to coach the Kangaroos. If that does happen, is that something you're interested in?
Oh, we'll see where it goes. That's up to the Commission, and I'm trying to stay out of all that right now. I've got enough on my hands here, so.
Steve Renouf, champion footballer, and you know better than me, a grand champion bloke. He made one mistake that he's openly admitted. How tough was it for you to write him a character reference?
Oh, well, it wasn't tough for me. I've a great relationship with him. We've always had that. It's out of character for him, and he is remorseful. It's not who he is. I just want to support him because I think the world of him, and nothing's changed. Yeah.
When you mentioned after a loss a couple of weeks ago, your players were lacking belief. How have you sort of gone about instilling that back into them?
Well, that's part of the process. It's a process. It's just not going to happen because I said it's going to happen. But as I said, we're doing the right things here, and I know we're on the right path to get things right. And it's a time frame after that. You just can't, as I said, you can't click your fingers and think it's all going to work tomorrow for you. And you've got to stay true to it, and you've got to get the players to buy into it. And I believe that's happening. And I'm looking, each game that I would just want to see some forms of improvement in those small areas.
I guess it's a bit like the chicken and the egg. It's hard to get the belief and the confidence without the wins.
Yeah, that's right. No, it is. But I've got to say they've been pretty brave. They've pretty good morale in the place still. We haven't blown that up, and we had no crisis meetings, which I'm very pleased about.
So just to take you back on the list, I know you said you're hoping to see a lot, but what does he have to do to keep his spot in the side for the rest of the season?
Put his body on the line. Yeah. Well, he's a small guy, and a lot of big players out there playing against him, and you've got to be committed to stopping him and take him on with the ball. And so if he does that, I'll be pleased with him.
You announced the signing of Jonah Glover, or the club did recently. What do you like about Jonah, young playmaker coming through?
Oh, yeah, I think he brings some things that we need, without going into great detail.
You said before, Wayne, you're not thinking too much about the finals, but are they still achievable?
Well, they're only achievable if we can get our little things right on the field. They're more achievable then. But if we don't keep at what we're trying to do, the process, and as I said, to lose Cody Walker is a huge loss for our club because he's just one of the smartest guys playing rugby league, and so you've got to have someone there that can take his place. Well, no one actually can take his place. It's that simple. But we've just got to persevere with it and stay at what we can do with what we got.